going to use this juicer to make a
Hello, everyone. Welcome to. Hold on a second. Get this. Can you hear me out there? Okay. I apologize for that. Yeah, I talked for almost an hour and I had the volume down, so I apologize to all you that was watching. So we're gonna try this again, okay? Tonight's podcast is about honesty and lies. So I'm gonna jump right into it and kind of repeat some of the things that I said earlier. And it's about how people are in relationships and they can't be honest with each other. Um, I know a lot of people that's in pretense relationships. I choose not to be in those type of relationship because they're very toxic and unproductive. Okay. We're talking about black men and black women. Okay. Let's talk about how a lot, not all, but a lot of black women are. Okay. Some of the characteristic traits that they possess. Okay. We've heard thousand times over men lie a lot. And as true as that may be to some degree, let's talk about numbers. Statistic wise, there's 7 women to every 1 man. So and given how society is set up, where so many women are getting all these body alterations, and they're getting on social media platforms and they have all these followers, and they don't want to be committed to a relationship. So the guys that they're interacting with, they lie to. They're very dishonest about. And most women that live these type of lifestyles do that for the simple reason that they can't be committed to a real relationship because they like the accolades that they get. It gives them great pleasure and stimulation to know that you have thousands and thousands of men out here that's hitting their inboxes every day, want to take them on dates, want to take them on trips, want to buy them things, Gucci, Versace, Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, you name it. I don't wear any of that stuff, personally, and I don't get caught up in name brand things. But I don't want to get off the subject here. Um, this podcast is about honesty versus lies. Now, a lot of people don't feel that their perspectives are lies when it comes to being dishonest. They feel that it's saving that person that they're engaging with um, any harm or bringing them any displeasure. I don't agree with that. I really don't. Because if you meet a person and you're both honest and you choose to invest time and effort in each other and move forward with the hopes that something constructive and productive will come from this honesty, then normally that's what manifests from that move. But when you're dishonest and you're telling little white lies that lead to great lies that usually get a lot of people hurt, either psychologically or physically, you don't even have a conscience about it. You do it unconsciously because it's just a part of your DNA now. I do I lie? Of course I do. Do I lie maliciously to hurt people and deceive people? No, I don't. I can honestly say I don't. We all lie for various reasons. But when you have people, adults, that claim that they want to pursue a relationship or they're in a relationship and they lie and they're dishonest about the things that they're doing or how they're moving, I don't think that's right. Because if you want to know the truth about a person, listen to how they talk and watch how they move. Because action speaks louder than words. I've been in a lot of dishonest relationships where the person that I chose to be with lied to me, but they say men are. My thing is this, and I'm gonna make this kind of short because I did this podcast earlier and I had the volume down, so no one, and I don't want to, even though you didn't hear what I said, I'm kind of tired. I worked today, so what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna say this: most men, particularly myself, we don't want to come home to combative, argumentative women that's so opinionated and so independent, so they claim they don't know how to be women. Take your hand off your dicks. Get in touch with your feminine side. Be independent all you want, but remember you're a part of a team. So what's yours is mine, what's mine is yours. Your status doesn't make you greater than me. There's no woman in this world greater than any man. There's no woman in this world stronger than any man. Those are just simple facts and realities. We can't live without each other. Another fact. I don't care how many sexual perversions, sexual acts you engage in, and you think that's bringing you pleasure, that's bringing you a substitute gratification. That's all it's bringing. Because let's think about it, and I don't even want to get into this gay thing real hard. When you choose a woman over a man, in most cases, what do this woman do? First thing she does is she try to imitate a man. She puts on a baseball cap, a wife beater, turns her baseball cap backwards. She walks around with her pants sagging. But you say a man has all these characteristic flaws, but you go and get somebody that's imitating to be a man. How realistic is that? So with that being said, get back in touch with your feminine side. Men want feminine women. We don't want women that's going to these doctors spending thousands upon thousands of dollars to alter your body, because it doesn't make you a better woman. It doesn't make you a better lover. It doesn't make you a better person. Actually, it makes you fake and phony. I wouldn't dare go out and get a woman that I have to parade around my family and friends and coworkers that looks like a Barbie doll. You don't even look real. Nothing about you is real other than you got a heart. I mean a heart that pumps, that operates your body. I don't mean a heart of compassion, of affection. I don't mean that. This plight that's going on between black men and black women, this great disparity that no one wants to talk about, they just turn a blind eye to. I'm not going to stop my podcasts whether you support them or not, because God knows my heart. And I know sooner or later, one of these episodes is going to reach somebody, because that's what it's about. Reach one, teach one. That's going to shine some light in somebody's dark area of their lives. But I know it's a whole bunch of you out there, including family members, that's hoping this podcast failed. But it won't. I'm very tenacious, very goal driven, aspirations as tall as the stratosphere. I'm motivated by my own desires, not by the opinions of other people. Okay? So with that being said, women, men want feminine women. Okay? Man that's at work wants to think about his woman, what he's coming home to, that tranquility, that peace, that comfort, that satisfaction, that gratification. But a lot of you women can't do that. Yeah, you cook, you clean, you look out for the kids, but you don't bring any real satisfaction to a man because of the perspectives, the ideologies that you embrace in life. Men don't want to sword fight with women. I don't need to experience or entertain your masculine side. I'm looking for your feminine side. That's what I want to engage. Quit acting like men. Do what a woman is supposed to do. And then you can expect a man to do what he's supposed to do. But if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, how do you expect a man to do? Women control the sexual aspect of a relationship, but a man controls a relationship. A lot of people have said that, and I believe that to be true. If you think all men think with the penis, most men seek gratification from the penis, but that's not the only motivation that men that are driven by. Okay? So please understand that. I want to come home to peace, love, happiness, joy, all those wonderful things that a lot of you black women don't possess. But as soon as a black man decides to go to an Asian woman, go to a white woman, a native woman, then you get to hollering, we're sellouts. What is she gonna do? All she gonna do is, as soon as you get something, is take it. Well, she ain't gonna do no more than you do. Women are women. It don't matter what their ethnicity is. Men are seeking peace now. They don't want combative women. All you want to do is give your opinion. Your opinion is not bringing any sexual gratification, no psychological gratification, no benefits to the house. All it is your damn opinion. I don't want to leave work combating these fools that I have to deal with in and out every day and come home to a woman that's got her boxing gloves on before I get in the house. Come on, step in this ring. Let me hit you with this two-piece. And it's all drama. I'm trying to live a drama-free life because I know my worth. I know what I'm bringing to the table. No one can define that but me. If you're not about what I'm about, it don't even make no sense for us to even interact. And I'm not wasting my time anymore with you females that can't reciprocate the energy and effort that I put forth. It's just that simple. I probably got a good 20, 25 years before I really slow down. I want to enjoy that with someone that's happy, that's loving, caring, kind, and understanding. I don't want to come home to no bozo the clowns. All you want to do is walk around with an attitude and talk shit. Your sex is not that good. Your love is not that good. For me to sacrifice staying in a household when it's not conducive to my psychological or physical well-being. I don't care how good you look. All the relationships that I've ever been in, I left because you wasn't living up to my standards. So I said all that to say this, and I'm gonna bring this to a close. Try to find it in your heart of hearts to be more honest. Quit telling lies. If you're gonna be in a relationship, be committed to that relationship. Be honest. Put everything on the table and let that other person choose whether or not they want to accept your flaws with your goodness. Don't hold back and then hit me with the whammy when I'm not looking. Because this is what causes a lot of separation. And then oftentimes, as statistics prove, you women walk away from more relationship, break up more homes than men could ever do because you outnumber us 7-1. Look at these podcasts. Look at when Kevin Samuels asked these women who left the relationship. The woman. I did. Why? Oh, well, I feel, and they come up with every justification to justify that bullshit. But you ridicule men, put black men down. Black men help structure the world that we live in. See, a lot of y'all got it twisted. Alex Haley's movie Roots was about his roots, not the roots of black people. His roots, Alex Haley roots. We come from greatness. The most lucrative and thank you and prestige. Ain't nothing in here. Okay. And the most prestigious college in the world still resides in Africa. Timbuktu. Better than Princeton, Yale, Harvard, Spelman, any of those colleges. People don't talk about that. Black men have always been great and always will be. But we live in a day and time where society has tainted us and ridiculed us so much that our women that God put here to be our helpmate has jumped on board. I don't care what you say, what you think about me. How many of you look at this and say, oh, here's just another black man, want people to feel sad. No, I don't want you to feel sad because I'm happy for myself every day. And I try to encourage other black men in my family to be happy. If you're going to be with a woman, bring her up to your level if you're a man. If she can't come on board and do her part and play her role without all the feminist BS, without all the modern day BS, without all the opinionated stuff, without all the combativeness, let her be alone. You got a bunch of beauty and pretty over there that don't nobody engage with. Go and get a dog or a cat, parrot. Because no real man is going to deal with that nonsense. None of you women should deal with any man that's not being a man. That's not playing his role as a man. So it goes both ways. But I'm telling you, from my perspective, that's not a reality, that reverse role. You women are too masculine. That's unattractive. I don't care how big your butt is, how tight your pussy is, how big your titty is, how straight your teeth is, how white they are, how long your eyelashes is, your fingernails, or that fake hair you put in your head. If you're masculine, it's unattractive. You cannot mix oil and water together and put it in an engine and think it will run. And that's what you're doing. You're parading around as this Barbie doll with all this fake shit on. You're fake, but your words you want people to perceive as being real, and they're not. Because your body is a reflection of what you think and what's in your heart. If you beautiful, and I understand we all want to kind of enhance our looks a little bit, but you women go to extreme, particularly black women. Now I know white women, Mexican, Asian, they get extensions and all that stuff too. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about black women. Be independent. That's good. That means you can stand on your own feet without any support. But when you get in a relationship, you got to remember it's a team thing. It's no longer about you or what you've been through and how you choose to stand. In a relationship, you have to follow. You have to depend and rely on that man to lead and guide that household. You don't have a penis. So your independence don't give you a right or a justification to reverse roles, because most alpha men are not going to even entertain that. And I'm one of those men. Not barbaric. I don't think as a Neanderthal. I think women do have a right to an opinion. I think women do have a right to be independent, but you still have a role to play. And that's by a man's side, not trying to lead and guide a man. Because no woman in this world is stronger than a man. Only thing you can do in this world that a man can't do is bear a child. But realistically, you're only an incubator because it's the man that produces the child. I can go on and on and on and on, but I won't. All I'm saying is get back in touch with your feminine side. Keep your independence. That's fine. Be modern day. Stay up with the time, but not with that feminist BS. Quit telling people you want a man, a good man, but there's no good man around. There are good men around. I'm one of them. But I'm not a beta man. I'm not a simp. I'm not a trick. I'm not a mark. I'm not going to be your puppet on the string. I'm not going to be your boy toy. And that's what you women want. I got my shit together. And if you come into my world, you better have yours together. I don't care about you having a house, good job, nice car, money, and wear all the designer fashion that's out there. I don't care nothing about that shit. That's not what moved me. What I'm looking at is your heart, your true characteristic traits, not the ones that you parade around here as being real when it's all a fallacy. That's not what I'm looking for. And for all those of you out there, include my family, that tell me that my standards are too high, I'm too picky, my standards are never going to change. I don't have to come down to a woman's level to be involved with her. I've sacrificed all my life. I had to go through a lot of things to inherit these characteristic traits that I now possess. And I'm not going to compromise that because a woman can't get her stuff together, or she doesn't have her stuff together, or she feels her opinion is the only thing that matters. Quit being so combative, so uncooperative. Try to be a little submissive. You don't have to be a lot, just be a little. Try to put a smile on a man's face other than jumping up and down on him. Try to satisfy him intellectually through conversation without all the bullshit and lies. Quit bringing all the complaints and the ultimatums to the table when all you bringing is ass and a bunch of complaints and demands. No real man that has his stuff together is going to even entertain that. Why should we entertain that? Seriously. You're not the only one with an ass. You're not the only one with a pretty smile. You're not the only one with a pussy. There's millions of women out there that have the same thing. That's willing to do what you're not willing to do, and that's be a woman. So if you're not willing to play your role, then step aside. Stay over there in that feminist lane and see how well you do with that, how far that gets you in life. Because material things are not going to make you happy. Because if material things was the answer and the happiness to all things, why are so many rich people unhappy? And they possess a lot more materialistic shit than you do. Happiness is something that you have to build within. You have to understand your being for who you are and what your purpose in life is. Quit watching social media and the news and all this stuff and letting them define who you are and how you should think, the ideologies that you should embrace and what your perspectives in life should be. Common sense goes a long way. But someone once said, if common was so common, why don't everybody have it? You women are still trying to define men when you haven't even discovered who you are. If you're on that bandwagon of feminists, when there's good men that will treat you with respect and treat you as the queen that you claim you are, without all this combative shit that you choose to do, you're disillusioned. You're living in a fantasy world. Because that's not reality, and no real man is going to deal with that shit. You women don't want real good men. You want boy toys. You want men simps and beta men that's going to turn a blind eye and let you say you're going out with your girlfriend where you take pictures and shit so you can send them to him. And then as soon as you take those pictures, you didn't hop in the car and you're going and sucking it and humping on some other dude. Because you're saying, well, men that did it all these years, why can't we do it? I'm a boss. I'm a diva. Ain't nothing but a title. You're still a female. You're just not a woman. Because you don't think like a woman. You don't move and operate like women. Other race of women, yeah, do they have these problems? Yeah, but it's not the majority. It's a very small minority. This is a majority of Black women that act like this. And you want to come in and try to tell a man how to operate and what he should or shouldn't do. Get your shit together. Then we can come together as one and be a team and move forward in life. Be that super couple. High horse. Get out your feelings and get off that feminist shit. Learn to be honest. Quit telling so many lies and wanting people to feel sorry for you when you get caught. So with that, I'm going to end this podcast for the night. It's been about an hour and 30 minutes I've been on here. The first time the audio didn't come through, only the video. A couple of people sent me comments, but of course I watched myself on the screen as opposed to my comments. But tomorrow when I do my podcast, I have the comments coming in. So I'll catch it if something is wrong and then I'll try to correct it. With that being said, I pray to God with all that's in me that I touch somebody's lives with these podcasts, with these recordings, that someone will embrace the truth in what I'm saying. I'm not trying to convert you to be anything other than what you are. what God created you to be, and that's a woman, a helpmate for a man. Okay? And you women out there that's getting butt hurt, and you know who I'm talking about. Every woman is not for every man. And just because you choose to be with a particular man don't mean that that man is going to be with you. And it's the same with every man. I can't get every woman I want, and I understand that as a man. I've been rejected 1,000,001 times, and I can accept that as a man. But it doesn't discourage me or stop me from what my desires are and what type of woman I choose to be with. And everyone that says she like what I say and don't mean that I'm physically opposed to you and ask you to marry me. That's not a reality. So with that being said, God bless. You all have a safe and wonderful evening. Thank you for tuning in. Those of you that did, you know, please come to this podcast with an open mind and open heart. It's very informative, and I can promise you that we will all leave with something. With that, I love you all. Good night and be safe. God bless you. Thank you.